Okay.
My name is Antika Howell. I work for the Student Conservation Association as a program administrative assistant. I've been a part of the SCA for 7 years now. I started the summer of after my freshman year of high school as a member in the summer DC community program. And then that following year I moved to Baltimore, where I was a member in the Baltimore community program while I was in high school for the kickoff of the Baltimore program. While there in the program, I learned how to build a lot of trails. I worked in various parks in Baltimore, like Leaking Park, and also at St. Louis Drive by Patterson High School. And then I also came back to DC the following year for the last 2 years of my program experience in 2008 and 2009 as a member back in DC in the community program. For those first 4 years, I only did member programs, and I did a lot of service event weekends as far as going out to the parks in DC and Maryland to do a lot of service as far as picking up trash, trail maintenance, gained a lot of experience with a lot of tools, our shovels, Bigmatics, and hands-on material. I learned a lot of different names for dirt, like CR6, which I thought was really crazy. After my 4 years was up and I could no longer be a member, I became a crew leader apprentice, where I was in training to become an actual crew leader. So I was slowly seeing that my career base and my experience as far as my work life was starting to change as far as becoming more hands-on and environmentally aware, because I no longer wanted to be a bio major in college or in high school and focus on the behind-the-scenes work or be a forensic pathologist. I more so wanted to be in the field, getting dirty, and doing a lot of trail work, working for NPS eventually one day. And then I saw that SCA still had plenty of opportunities for the alumni, and they never ever forget to send you out one of those emails saying, hey, we might need some help, but hey, would you like to come on out for an event? And I realized that once I got to college, I wanted to do more environmentally based work. So I've changed my degree from bio in 2010 to environmental studies, where I began learning about the environment, how I'm affecting it, how my family and friends are affecting the environment. And I saw that it was a great, enormous amount of effect that we have on it as far as our littering goes in part. While living in Baltimore, I saw that everywhere I went, there'd be trash cans on every corner, but people seemed to avoid them. Like going out there, there wasn't a lot of opportunities for people to say, hey, you should do this and you should do that. It was more so we want to stay focused and go to work instead of actually doing what actually helps our city and our planet all at once. So as going out there, I was always that person to see trash on the ground. I'm like, hey, let me pick that up and put it in the trash. Even if other people look at me like I'm crazy, like, why are you touching that? It could be dirty. I don't mind because it affects me in one way or another. So as I graduated from high school and I started my 2 years in my environmental study in college, I noticed that, hey, it'd be really nice to call back SCA and say, hey, do you guys need any help? Because I felt like once I started school, I started to become disattached with my environmental conservation. So picking up trash and recycling didn't seem like it was enough for me. So once I got back engaged with SCA, I became a program assistant in the summer of 2012, working under Monique. And I got to go back as a main focus on our student-based aspect, as far as starting them off at a younger age and focusing on these different aspects of our environment. It's not just about picking up trash, but it's also going out in national parks and taking care of the environment, because these are ways we go back and we get touch bases with Earth, and we get in the dirt, and we get environmentally friendly and conscious of everything that goes on. And then I learned, after my summer was over in 2012, I realized that this is something I definitely want to do. Like college said, hey, you should do this, but I knew after becoming a program assistant that this is something I mainly wanted to do, because I saw the focus and I saw the change in students. Let it on myself, but to see it in someone else and me having an impact was way more effective in me. It felt right to see that I was making that change in someone else and encouraging them that, hey, if this is what you want to do, no matter how people look at you and say, hey, you're outside, you're getting dirty, you're getting in the metro looking all crazy, it doesn't matter. I gave back to my park and my city appreciates it. So to see that effect in a young person out there in our program, it really made a change in me. And I came back this following year. I did a lot of our Department of Transportation, our District Department of Transportation work as far as our service days on the weekends, where I helped lead I co-led those weekends as well as interacted with all the students as far as their projects on those weekends. And then I came back again as Monique's assistant, and I've been here ever since rocking out, and I love it. To see the interaction all over again this past year has been tremendous because we have a lot of returning members, and to know that I once was in their position and see that it's still everlasting. SCA is quite amazingly doing a great job of keeping that everlasting growth in their students' and interests over the past few years. So 7 years strong, I'm still here, and it's been pretty amazing.
Okay, but joining this program as a student and now as an assistant of this program,
Mm-hmm.
so how do you think is this anything different?
Being a part as a member, I never got to see the behind the scenes work of how the organization constructs as far as their program planning, as far as how do they pick these sites, how much work they actually do. But now being behind the scenes, I see all the labor and time that goes behind it. Sure, we're going to give these students an amazing opportunity this summer or this school year, but it goes behind the scenes to see that. Thank you to our programs managers like Monique, who actually give the time and the legwork that goes into having these meetings with National Park Service and District Department of Transportation to get those projects and those funds and those grants. So it comes down to thanking everyone behind the scenes and actually being a part of one of those people behind the scenes that make sure everything happens for all the students. It's way more gratifying because at first I was saying thank you for putting me in the program. Now I say thank you for allowing this program to happen. So I like it, and it's way more intense than I ever thought. The physical labor is not bad, but being behind the scenes is way more on your toes on everything.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.